I know he brought to about as up to date as we are today, which is they are still working on situations and business considerations and funding considerations and community considerations as far as bringing a recommendation to our board of directors. And that's what it will be, a recommendation. A lot of times people ask, have you decided, have you decided, have you decided? Well, even my senior management, Rick Barron and his senior directors, will be taking a recommendation to the board of directors. And the board chairman, David Kulik, has promised everybody an opportunity to understand what that recommendation means, to have a voice in any other decision the board will make from there. So that aside, when Rick came in May, we all felt, I think the people that were here felt also, that we had opened some really crucial lines of communication and that we have been working towards that for the last few years. And the meeting in May, we left feeling that we could really continue that with this group. And Rick, during the meeting, I believe he said, I'm going to start coming to your meetings. And as we were leaving, I said, Rick, are you going to go to their meetings? Because your travel schedule, your board of directors meetings could prevent you from being there monthly. So he turned to me and he said, well, you're going to be there when I can't. So that's why I'm here. I'm pleased to be here. I spent more than 2 decades, I won't tell you the actual number of years, in the communications business. And part of the skill set required in this business is to understand all viewpoints, to get all viewpoints, to understand people's challenges, people's concerns. And I felt good, May, June, and now we're in the July meeting, that I could be that conduit. Information from this organization about what you needed, what you wanted, what you were worried about. Information from my organization, what was going on, what the thought process was there, how the reaction to your concerns might be addressed. So that's where we are. When last meeting the question came up about membership for the Port Authority, I went back to Rick, as I will every time I attend one of these meetings, and I gave him a report, and that was part of the report, and we talked about it for a little while. And he said, was an offer, made? And I also reiterated, Carol, our fine conversations over a weekend, as you say, I think it was the summer of 2008 or fall 2008? December. Anyway, we talked about that, and we talked a little bit about the litigation. As far as the litigation is concerned, I'm going to have to tell you I need to get an update on where we are. I do recall that whether or not the Mayport Waterfront Partnership was involved in the suit, was one of the names in the lawsuit or not, the fact of the matter is the folks that were involved in discussions and negotiations on a settlement told me the Mayport Waterfront Partnership was part of that conversation. Now, I can go back and check on that. I was exactly what I wrote in the email. It was suggested to me that it was premature for us to discuss participating in an official way until that settlement was either reached, that provision was taken out of the settlement, or everything was totally off the table. Now, I will get you all an update. I can send an email with the update. I can call Gary. I can call Carol. I can call whoever and tell you where we are with that. No matter what is decided here today, going back to my conversation with Rick after your last meeting, we decided we would hold off on any further discussion with the board chairman about membership, with any of the senior directors, until this organization decided what it was asking. I, as an individual, am happy to be here for the meetings. I'm happy to bring you information from the Port Authority, whether I'm an official member of the body or not. I'm pleased to bring your concerns back to my management, however, in whatever form you would like. And so I can serve whatever function you need me to at this point. Public relations, I know that came up at the last meeting. I'm happy to lend a hand, give ideas, whatever you need. When you make a decision about whether you're making an offer for a position, whether it be, I'm confused as an individual or an organization, I certainly will take that question back, to my bosses and have an in-depth discussion with them. If you choose to allow me to continue to join you in an informational way and just a member of the public way, I'm happy to do that as well.
Thank you very much, Nancy.